Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 7th to the 14th of October. New format again this week here. If you're looking for the messages and the tarot reading, it's timestamped in the description below. You can go straight to that if you so wish. If you want to see how the solar energy is affecting your Astroflower and give you a heads up on what areas of your life is best to push and where not to push your energies and your spirit and your energy, as it were, then stay with us and you'll be able to sort of see all of that. But it's been quite an amazing week for the sun, really, already. It kicked off a little bit earlier. I've said before that I thought it was going to start around about the sort of 7th onwards, but it started already this week. And we've had two X flares and an M flare coming from the same sort of region, which comes from this region here. If you keep your eye on that sort of section there, you'll see, there you go, there's that eruption there. And the X.9, which is the last one that came off, has quite a bit of ejector. I don't think it's a kill shot, to be honest. Just in case you're watching many channels. I watch one particular channel I watch is Suspicious Observers. I've been watching Ben for, I've even helped him out on several books and stuff like that over the past sort of like 12, 15, 20 years or whatever years he's been doing it. Absolutely brilliant. If you want to get a bit more information on the sun and so forth, and much more of a science kind of guy, do make your way over to Suspicious Observers. But I don't think it's a kill shot. As I said, there is quite a lot of ejector that comes off from the sun, and we can see it here in the Lascaux satellite. And what you want to do is you want to keep an eye on round there. There was that eruption there. It is a halo event, so then therefore it's literally coming in a circle towards us. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hearts for you, Scorpio. Love to you. So that's thrown me a bit. So it does come off like a halo effect, and there's quite a bit of ejector, but not massive amounts. I think we've seen more ejector, and you can see here, just on this eruption here, you can see it comes off in various different sections around the Astroflower, but it's actually heading, here we go, starts heading, there it is there, and it starts heading off in the direction of the Earth. And I think that's going to impact, apparently that's going to impact sort of Sunday the 6th, during that day there. It may try a lot of mental states, I think, more than anything else, because there's just so much air energy in the system that I think it's going to inflame that air energy, and it may make some people go a bit nuts. Although when you look at the world at the moment, you could pretty much say that the world's going nuts anyway. There's lots of people that sort of says, are you for this side or are you for this side, in regards to wars and stuff like that. What I want to know is, where's the people sort of saying, no, we don't want any wars whatsoever. No wars whatsoever. I don't care which side. I'm not voting for any side, neither side. You're a bunch of idiots, the lot of you. The idea that actually destruction is a solution is just like bonkers. Grow up, and I think we need to sort of like maybe start that sort of movement, really, more than anything else. But it may inflame all of those sort of things in this coming week, because it will be affecting the sort of the mental state, and it will be bringing it to a really sharp point, like the swords that we see in the Astroflower readings in the cards. So it may bring in a lot of that. Let's just have a look at the X-ray flux. Now this, you can see here, is the rhythms. Here's the X.9. Here's the X.4 or 7 or what it was, X.7, sorry. And then you have the M flare. But then you have these lovely little rhythms that are in between it as well. And my last week's energy updates was all about the rhythm of life. I've been trying to do one all week, and it's all about sort of, had energy sort of saying, no, wait. And it's all about the rhythm. And it was telling me to wait, basically, for what was going on here. And this is this rhythm that's coming through, and this is why all of these little things between, these little eruptions between the big eruptions, gives us an idea of the sort of rhythm or the beat of the drum that the sun is directing the prana energy in the direction of the earth. So here is your Astroflower, as you can well see before you. You've got your fixed water at the surface, and then you've got your fixed air at the bottom. One thing I will say is that there is a lot of air within Scorpio. You can see the air-water combinations that go through Scorpio, and then you get earth and air and earth on one side, air and water on the other. It's really well defined, makes you mentally have a very profound mental activity within you. So you think deeply, Scorpio, because on the upper sections here, there's not so much. But the one thing I was sort of saying about this, I think it's going to emphasize a little bit about what's going on with the fire within each sign. And as you can well see, you've only got this mutable fire that comes into you here. You've got this influencing fire that comes in from Leo on one side here. And that's pretty much it in the way of sort of fire, as fires goes for Scorpio. So I think here is going to be a lot of... Well, it could be pressure on your interaction with the world around you and how you sort of interact with everybody that is around you. You can play with it as a little bit as well because it's mutable, but you do have this cardinal air that comes in from Libra that crosses it, and that gives it a real direction. I was talking about that air that comes in that starts off on your emotional sort of side. And so, like, if you've got like a goal emotionally in your life, or spiritually, it's that goal, emotional and spiritual emotional goal, is driving your ambition on your financial side, so you can get the resources in order to live that emotional goal, as it were. So I think we're going to be looking at this cross section here, and I think these 4 petals here are going to be the most important for you in regards to the eruption. And we will be doing some extra tarot cards on that section there, because I think that's going to be the most important. So without further ado, let's just see what's going on for you and your Astroflower. Let's just bring the Astroflower up. There she is. Okay, so we've got the overall energies here. Let's just see here what's going on for you here. Yeah, it's definitely playing into this sort of section here within the overall energy, or the general energy that's coming out from you. You should be, I think you're looking to move forward. I think this also has to do with your birthday season, so you could be focusing a little bit on your future, trying to organise that. But in order to organise the future, we do have to organise the past. And it may be a case of realising certain things that need to be let go of on your emotional or your relationship side of life, or or some things that need to be adjusted basically on that sort of side of things in order for you to really push on. But that's where you're pushing on into, and it's got that sort of cardinal air and cardinal earth that coming in at the base of that petal. So it's giving it a real sort of direction. It's that mutable fire that I think you're going to have to play with. And that may be trying a little bit your fixed water as it comes into your domain, energetic domain, as it were. But it's definitely going out that way. And there seems to be, I think it's actually quite nice. I think there's a lot of potential in there within the energy that I think you see a lot of potential within you of what can be done or what can be accomplished within your relationships and your emotional side of life. On your financial side, it's more even, it's got to be said, and I think this is more even because there seems to be something coming from a karmic path here. But it's definitely also playing into your future. I think generally you're looking really to the future for getting a direction in life, a real direction for you. Let's just pull up a card for you. Death and rebirth. Yeah, I think this has to majorly do with your birthday season. It is about, as I said, You know, and if you want to go into the future, there may be things in the past that need to be dead, done and dusted with. And that's possibly what's going on with this card here. It seems a similar sort of thing that's going on this side here, on your financial side. But within you, it's like a case of, okay, I've tried doing, I've done the work in order to get the job. So that part of my career path is done. And now I can move on to something new. And it seems like you've got the foundation, you've created the foundation, and now you can change and get that in the direction. So if you're starting a business, it might be a case of getting that mortgage or getting that loan in order to start your business. If you're waiting upon that, that could be good news that's coming through this week for you. It seems to be giving you a direction more than anything else. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. The karmic path plays out into this side here. And this is where you get fixed water and, cardinal water and cardinal air in the in this petal here. So there's a real sort of fluid, intuitive direction that's on your karmic path. And your intuition is taking you out. It's sort of saying, I've got to engage in life. That's what it feels like. And the universe here, well, that's playing out there as well. It seems like there's a real determination from the general energies that are around you, not only on your karmic path, but also on the universal energies, that are sort of saying, get out there, Scorpio, get out there and get involved. On your past here, your past seems to be playing out this way. There seems to be death and rebirth. It could be a factor of sort of kind of going, you know, you've guarded your life underneath a bushel. You haven't pushed the boundaries too much as yet, and maybe it's a case of doing that in the future self plays into this. It's almost as if like here is like you're clearing out a lot of clutter in your life. That's what it seems like. And the future side here, where it comes out, it really does play. It's very vertical, but it's playing into this. It's almost encouraging that idea of come out and play, Scorpio. And in the lessons that need to come out of this week, or the interaction with the world around you, it's like nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's the sort of thing that's coming out from it. But it's also sort of saying, if you want love, if you want a good relationship, or if you want to engage in a relationship, you've got to open up a little bit. It doesn't necessarily mean that people want to harm you. And maybe here you need to be, maybe this is what this is all about, is clearing out the emotions of feeling a little bit protective to your life. Yeah, you get the 5 of Swords on your karmic path. And it is, that is, I think, more than anything else, it could be to do with conflicts around you, petty little things, don't really need it in your life, to be honest. Or it could be an internal conflict within you that needs to get sorted. On your connection to the universe, you get the 5 of Pentacles. If it was on the financial side, I'd say money loss, but it's not. It's all about, it's all about you coming in from the cold. It's almost as if like you've been wary and had a lot of control over the interaction that you have with people, and now it's the case here that I think that there's a lot of things that need to be let go of. And another thing I will say here is you've got 2 5s, and the 2 5s in 5 for me in numerology is the number of transition. So it's going from one state to another. This person here was caught up in conflictual sort of situations that didn't really help them, and they're walking away from that. And this person here is walking away from complicated times and moving on to places that are a lot better, actually, and coming in from out the cold, basically. And this is what could be happening for you. And then you get these 7 of Swords on your past. A lot of smart information here. There could be someone who's been lying, cheating and scheming to you, as it were, you know what I mean? But I don't get that much in a way of feeling. It could be for some of you, of course, but I think it's more of a case here that, you know, from your past and how you've done things, it's made you a lot smarter to avoid those sort of complications, those sort of conflicts that really sort of bring you down. And I think this is where you're starting to really play into your intelligence and bring it to the fore. Look at that for the future. Death and rebirth, that's what that's all about. Out with the old and in with the new. You're certainly giving rebirth to a new relationship, or even it could be an old relationship. It doesn't really matter. But whatever it is, it's a physical engagement with someone or some situation. And this is where it could be, you know, going out there and enjoying life, as it's all about. Make it happen. Make it happen. It's opening up your heart so you can start manifesting exactly what you like. It's a real tale of two stories here. You know, this is the base here, and it's all sort of like a little bit cloak and dagger sort of thing. And then at the top and all the future is very much more open. And I would really head towards that future. Sort out a few things in the past that need to be just dead, done and dusted with, and go into your future with absolute joy on your joy in your heart, as it were. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. Now, the karmic path here plays into the past, which it often does. You know, there is something that is within you that you are determined to do, and it seems like you know, you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face, as it were. And the universal sort of side here, this plays into this. There's obviously something that's coming in from the world around you which provokes a new situation, maybe a driving force to sort of say that you've done some sort of learning process, you've done the foundation, and now something that's coming in that's sparking a whole sort of forward-looking sort of energy for you. On the past there, the past is playing out. This is what's been feeding this idea of the foundation that's already been made in your career path or business. You seem to have done a lot of the work, or you should have done a lot of the work in order to get yourself in the position to get the loan or to get the job, and etc. And in your future self, the future self plays into this as well. But there's a lot of emotions attached to it. It seems like a very joyous sort of thing that comes out of it. A very an opportunity, like a job opportunity, that just doesn't fill you with. It's going to fill your bank account, but not just that. It's also going to fill you emotionally. And what's the lesson that comes out of this week here? Spread your wings and fly. That's what sort of comes out here from this sort of side of things. And this is where this could be driving this here. In order for you to get this dream and aspiration, as I was saying earlier on, with the energy that comes through you, certainly with that sort of Libra energy that comes through here and that goes filters through your relationship side onto your financial side, it's sort of like that, as if it's a driving force behind it. Let's just see what's going on. You get the Seven of Pentacles on the karmic path. Yeah, I do believe it's like it does need nurturing. There is no doubt about it. And as I say, it's something I think that you've been doing in the past. And it's something that's a bit of a bee in your bonnet. But just don't cut off your nose to spite your face. In the influence in the universe, you get the High Priestess. A lot of intuition. A lot of understanding spiritually about the path, the financial path that you're going on. There's a lot of manifestation, I would say, more than anything else. And it seems like you've got to be aware of what's going on around you and attentive to the coincidences and so forth in order to seize on that opportunity. On your past, you've got the Ace of Swords. As I said earlier on, I think you've done the work in order to get yourself in that position, to get the to get this new job or to get this business off the ground. You seem to have done it, a lot of the work in the background, and that has been a bit of a, it's almost been a victory within itself, a crowning glory. And in the future, you get the Six of Pentacles. This opportunity that's coming in for you has to sit perfectly right for you. And I think you will be the one who decides upon it. This connection, this opportunity that I think comes in from the world that is around you. And this is where you got to open up. Open up your emotional sort of side of things. Allow your wings to shine. It's the moon. It is you. It's all about going after what you so want to have as achievements, as a career path, as a business. And I think you should be driving from within you the desires that you want to be doing. Well, let's just do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers card. The King of Wands want to jump out. I want to say, with the Light Seers card, you can imagine it's like the influences that are coming from the outside world and affecting your inner being. New world, this has got to be tied into that. I think you are manifesting this new world with this Ace of Pentacles. It is very, very good for you, I think. It comes out with the Death and Rebirth Capricorn card, but it comes in with lots of different types of elements that you can use. Very good for you. I think it brings you back to, it's like going into a whole new paradigm, really, that brings in a lot more stability within your life. A lot more stability within your life. If you just walk away from those inner conflicts, or those conflicts that the people that is around you, it's on your karmic path to do so. I think it's just a natural thing. I don't think you need to explain yourself either, Scorpio. You just need to go ahead and do it. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. From the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Wands, a great deal of success is yours, coming in from out of the cold, as it were. I think it's the end of an episode that may have been not necessarily a nasty episode, but an episode that was just a little bit difficult to deal with. Look at the amount of beautiful energies that are coming in for you here, that is influencing you all over the place in regards to the universe. That is the complete different to what you may be perceiving life is all about. Happiness after difficulty, happiness after that conflict, that internal conflict, victory after being shunted or ignored basically by someone, by the looks of things. It's made you a lot smarter. And I think what smarter is all about it is that you are going after your happiness more than anything else. I think according to your past, that smartness is opening up, and that's what's pushing the manifestation more than anything else. Or manifesting this new engagement with the Ace of Swords, with the Ace of Pentacles. And with the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Four of Cups. If you really want this opportunity, this engagement with someone else, of a whole new episode of love in your life, then I do think you do need to streamline a lot of things. And that's probably the autumn period that's speaking here. And I think this is what you're doing within you. As much as the world is sort of saying, come out and play, Scorpio, within you, it's you're kind of going, I need to sort a few things out first before and engage in the world around you. And that internal conflict, I think, is the key to it all. Look at that. With the Magician card, you get the Hierophant, and I think the Hierophant is trying to manifest that. The Hierophant is my most favourite card in the pack, because it's the counterpart, the divine counterpart to the High Priestess, which you have on your financial side. And this is what I was talking about, where your ambitions for your emotional side of life may be driving your ambitions within your financial side. And the Hierophant there knows the steps, the physical steps that they need to take in order to get towards that star card, the ultimate dreams, basically. Whereas with the High Priestess, it's all to do with the spirit more than anything else. And that's why I said that I think there's a lot of emotions tied into the financial side of it all. Let's just see what's going on with the financial side. The overall energies, as I said, he wanted to come out earlier on. He's now come out now. This is you standing in whole new way of standing in your power, because I think it's emotionally securing this pathway for you. And it is a case of you going off on a journey. Excuse me a second. I just need to bring that camera in a little bit because there you go. I just seem to be stuck at the bottom of the screen. I don't know what that's all about. Blimey. Okay, so you get this King of Wands that's overcome his doubts and everything like that. And that's where you're nurturing something. And I think this is being this bonnet within you, sort of saying, this is what I want out of life. On the karmic path there, well, you get the Eight of Swords. Emotionally draining. This is where I'm sort of saying you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face. You've been nurturing this for some time. And I think it's like kind of going, I need this victory. I need this victory. I think it's coming. I really do. I think it's on the verge, on the cusp here. If you just put yourself first out of the whole sort of scenario. Seven of Cups. There's a lot of sevens knocking about now. We've got 3 different types of sevens here. We've got the Seven of Cups here with the High Priestess. With that intuition, you know when it feels right for you. That's basically what it's sort of saying here. And the universe is bringing in stuff to your life that makes you feel good about life, makes you feel good about what you're doing in life. With the Ace of Swords, you get the Five of Wands. That's 3 5s we got on the table, 3 7s we got on the table. And how many 6s we got? We got 2 6s at the moment. So this is in the past. I think you've done a lot of work. I think you've had to fight for something in the past to get to where you are. And with that fighting, it has made a great foundation for you going forward. In your future self, this is where you put yourself first. You will get the rewards. You will get happy returns on your investment into life. If you're going for a new job or if you're going for a new business or what have you, it's got to have an emotional component. And I think if you imply your emotions into life, you're going to get it. And out the top there, you get the High Priestess. This is beautiful. What you're manifesting here, this is great for you actually, Scorpio. What you're manifesting here is like, it's not a divine, it could well be a divine counterpart with someone else, but it's a divine counterpart within you. Finally, you're getting to a stage here where life is not exactly how you want it, but life is exactly how you want it to open up. So then you can seize upon the opportunities. It's exactly how the possibilities should be upon your, in your life, as it were. And it's a really, really beautiful scenario. Major using your intuition is going to be the key on your financial side. Let's just pull a few cards on that X flare. Okay, so this is what maybe it's getting rid of, that 3 of Swords. And that's possibly plays into here. It's the only area that I can see that it's really sort of affecting more than anything else. It helps you to see things in a different light, this energy that's coming through. And as I say, it may give spikes of mental sort of madness within the world. And that may give you a heads up on certain people that are around you. And it allows you to open up onto work. I think this X flare is going to be really busy. It's going to make things go a lot quicker. It's going to force people to be a lot more engaged in the world in regards to emotions and so forth as it goes forward. So, yeah, it's let me just pull that. So thank you. My camera's all over the place. This studio. I can't wait to get back outside again, actually. You know, we've had really bad weather here, and it's, and I love doing the outside readings, and I will be getting back out there soon. But there you go, Scorpio. Thanking you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. There are going to be a lot more on what's going on in the sun at the moment. It will give you a heads up on how you can interact with the universal vibrations within your life on a daily basis. Yes, I will see you there for that. And if not, I will see you here for other readings. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.